besties, and welcome back to Business with My Bestie. I'm Lynde.
I'm Tamara.
And this week we're going to talk about running a business as a mom. So,
yeah, like in the nap windows, in the carpool lines, brain dump in the middle of the night, how all of those things go. So the first thing we kind of wanted to talk about was the fact that uninterrupted work days are just kind of unrealistic for moms. And honestly, for me, my day is never the same. I don't even know of a day that...
Well, and I think that it's not just that we're business owners, because, I mean, that plays a huge impact, but even if we take that back, like, if you look at our industries, like, I work in a salon,
Right.
you are farm and ranch, neither of those are, like, 9-to-5 jobs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're unpredictable, you have to kind of go with the flow, and then when you're the owner,
Yeah.
it just adds.
You just got to fill in the gaps, make things work.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of times actually that I've been sitting out in the feed pickup on my phone trying to check on emails or trying to reply to people, and I'm like, I'm on a deadline, but I gotta get these cows fed and this email needs to go out right now, so the ladies are gonna have to wait. And you know, I think for moms it looks like that in all sorts of different aspects
For sure.
or industries, like you said. And yeah, much as I want to regulate my schedule and make it very simplistic and streamlined, it just doesn't ever go that way.
Yeah.
You know, I actually last year I started out with a kind of a template for my day, and it was I worked outside in the mornings and then I did office work in the afternoons. So every morning I got the kids up, got them on the bus, went and fed cows, worked on all the outside things that needed to be done, and you know, got in the garden and did whatever needed to happen there and checked on things. And then by lunchtime I was like, it needs to be done. Like, I have to get my crap done outside, and then I'm headed inside for meetings and emails and stuff like that. But then what I ran into was that, yeah, emails should be checked first thing in the morning.
Oh, right.
You know
Yes.
what I
Okay.
mean? So then I was like, okay, well, that's not going to work. So yeah, I just ended up having to adjust that, and it still does work like pretty well to schedule afternoon meetings or Zoom calls or anything like that. And then also just catch up on paperwork and what the next day looks like or the next week looks like and stuff like that. So for us, that's kind of the template that we use for the day, you know. But other than that, it's just who needs me where and what's going on, especially now because we added in the Airbnb.
Yeah.
And so there's been days, so checkouts at 10, and then there's people coming in at 4.
Window.
So
And that's it.
that's got to happen.
Yep.
Yes. And so that just totally, you know, throws the day off again. And when you're, trying to create a business and something that looks super, super smooth to everybody on the outside,
Right.
you know, it's just not when you're a mom and you're CEO and you're trying to build a business.
Right.
So,
Well, and like a lot of people ask us often, like, what are the hours of the salon? And I'm like, you know, that really depends on everybody. Like, because we all schedule differently, and it depends on what we have going on that week. Because if I have a full day of lashes, that looks different than a day when I'm doing hair and lashes, or a day when I'm just doing hair. Like, it just is completely different. And same with the other gals. Like, it totally depends on what we have going on. And a lot of times, like, I start taking appointments usually at 10. Okay, but if I show up 15 minutes before 10, sometimes my client is already here. Secondly, there might be 6 messages on the machine that need to be checked. Plus, we just have like all the opening stuff of the salon, getting everything going, making sure everything's
starting
up
the
and
day
working.
off.
So like, sometimes we come in and we're here 15 minutes early. We can get a few things done. Our client isn't here until their 10 o'clock appointment, which I'm not mad at people for showing up a little bit early. Let me say that.
Right.
But so like, we have 9 million things going on, and sometimes we don't have messages on the machine, but sometimes we have 10.
Yeah.
And so then not only checking the messages, but then finding time to return those phone calls. And not only people are calling, people are texting each of us individually. Some people are messaging the Facebook page. Like, now there's so many different lines of communication, which is good. But it's also like making sure that you check every single one of those things. Like, did we check the Facebook page? People actually get like text reminders.
Yes.
And you can write back to those. But those like send to our scheduling system. So we have to check because sometimes we'll cancel or reschedule. Yeah. It's just like,
how do you streamline that, Ken? Is there even a way? Like, how would you even streamlining that? Like, it is just a salon industry thing.
It's just one of those things.
You have your clients,
right,
and they know your number. Yeah, they know you're probably busy, so
they're
just wanting to
certain people that are like, well, like the lash people obviously all come to me because I'm the only one that does it. Yeah. But then we have some clients that like want in for a haircut with whoever is available next. Right. Not necessarily they want to go to me or Tammy or whatever. Or if they need nails, like obviously that's Cheyenne. Yeah. But so it's hard to say there's like one specific way because it's not all the same.
Right. It's not.
And that's the difference between like an employee-owned salon. Like my people are booth renters. They're employees. Booth rent, you're kind of your own business. Like each hairdresser is their own business. They have all their own products.
Like structure a salon setup.
And ours just has always been the way it is, and it works good for us. And it's kind of one of those things like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like it works fine, so we keep it like that.
But even at that, like again, being a mom, you think sometimes your schedule looks like this one day, and then the kids are sick, or the school calls, or a new game gets scheduled somewhere.
Oh my gosh, or the time changed on the game. Or
like now it's going to be earlier, or the power's out and everybody's going home for the day, or something
seriously,
like that really did happen.
The whole power's out in the school, so please pick your kid up at noon.
In 20 minutes.
All right.
So again, then your day is completely changed, but everybody still needs their appointments and they still want in, so then you go after hours. Like late?
Sometimes you gotta go in early, sometimes you gotta... Yeah, like I found a lot of times because since Tucker's work schedule is so sporadic in itself too, there's sometimes that he'll be home and I'll be like, okay, I'm heading into work. He's like, I thought your appointments don't start till 10. I'm like, you're right, but you're home with Ridge. So I'm going in because I have things to be done.
Now I'm about ready to catch up on some stuff.
Yes.
When you do have those moments, you can go in a little early, you have 1 extra hour, you got 2 extra hours. How do you identify things that really move the needle for your business versus just busy work?
Well, I think you have to really think about, does this need to be done for the business to keep functioning, or is it something that can wait until there is a time gap? Yeah. Like, literally today, I was doing hair. My nail tech came out of the bathroom. And she was like, where's more toilet paper? I'm like, in the cabinet in there. She's like, there isn't any. And I was like, excuse me? But like, apparently I hadn't been the one putting on the roll, and I didn't even realize we were out of toilet paper. Oh, no. That is an important thing. Literally, when I am done with this, I will go to the store and get more toilet paper, because that needs to be here. That is important. Yes. Top of the list immediately.
Yeah, I think, for us too, there's a lot of things that, you just make the list, set the priority level, even in your head, like you don't necessarily write these things down, but like you said, it's just, this needs to be done now, and it's gonna happen in these next few minutes. Right. Or, like when you have, okay, the kids are at school, I gotta go pick them up in 2 hours. What can I get done that's actually gonna move this and make some momentum and stuff like that? And
like when we were talking about like carpool lanes, which I mean more like sitting in the parking lot, I think, like when we're waiting for our kids to get out of school. I'm always on my phone, like, checking messages or trying to get back to people. Yeah. Like, I know it's a short window of time, but it's a perfect opportunity where what else do you have to do but like be on your phone? So instead of scrolling Facebook, let's make this productive.
Yes, exactly. Kind of thing. Sometimes I get to town early too to get the kids, and I'm like, I do not care if people are looking at me like I'm half an hour early to pick my kid up. Right. Like, don't you have anything else to do? No. I can't go home. I can't, like, I have nowhere else to go. I'm going to sit in this parking lot. I'm going to answer these emails.
Right.
I'm going to do, like, I'm actually going to be working here for this last half hour and get this stuff done. And I think that, you know, as we kind of discuss this, I think it's important to just make it known, like uninterrupted work days are not realistic. You know, it is going to be an interruption, and that's just how it goes. And I think to really move the needle, you just have to power through it. And
because I don't feel like any day just like goes exactly the way you think it's going to. Like there's always going to be a curveball or something that changes, or you know, just things. So I think you just have to like really think in your head, like how high on the priority list do things.
And like structured schedules just need to be relaxed. Like, you know, I do also love a very structured schedule, and I know my 6-year-old loves a structured schedule, especially like say kindergarten, you know, or any elementary age child has, we start school at this time, and then we do this, and then we do that, and then it's lunchtime and we have recess, and like that works great. Lots of things and a lot of people, but when you're running a business, it's just not realistic
for sure
to do that.
And I think there's a lot of times that people don't realize how much like personal time gets taken away by you worrying about things that your personal life, like it's totally business, and it's,
I have caught that sometimes even like at home. I just have to shut it off because I work from home, and so I wake up, I'm already at the office, and when the kids are off the bus, I'm like, okay, we're gonna run back to the house, I gotta finish what I'm doing, then I'll work on dinner or do whatever, and it's another 2.5 hours later, and my husband's home, and then I'm like, wow, I gotta be done for the day here, and just kind of setting those boundaries of, you know, it's gonna be there tomorrow too, so again, it's a priority, and so is your family. So
one thing I think I need to get better about is that often people message me when I'm at home to schedule an appointment or whatever, and I understand like they're also like, hey, I thought of it, so I have to message her so I don't forget. But sometimes, like, when we're having dinner, I'm like, I'm not responding to this right now. Like, it's family time.
Right.
But then to remember to get back to people, some days I'm like, I am sorry. I was not trying to ignore you.
I was just having dinner with my family.
Or even like you the other day. Like, you sent me something about the podcast, and I responded in my head.
Oh, I do that a lot, yes.
And then I saw you at the basketball game, and I was like...
Did we actually talk about
Did we actually have this conversation? Or was that all in my head? And in fact, it was in my head.
Well, I felt bad about that too, because we had a podcast interview with a friend scheduled, and she told me, I can do it on these days, and that works good for me. And in my head, again, I read the text, and I was like, perfect, put it on the calendar, let's go. Then I never actually told her that it was good, and we were on for it, so I felt really bad. But it's those types of things that, you just are running a million miles an hour. Sometimes you gotta separate yourself, I guess. Give yourself a little grace.
Back to that whole grace thing. You just gotta, do your best, try your best, and see where it goes from there.
And obviously progress counts no matter where it is.
Like celebrate the things you did get accomplished, and the rest of it will be there. It will always be there. So just try to chip away at it one task at a time. One thing I think, like, you can't be like, oh, I have all these things. Like, what's your next task? Like, and I think that's a good way to kind of...
Well, and you can really overwhelm yourself. There's just being impatient can really, I guess I struggle with being impatient because I have an idea. I know what needs to happen, and I want it to be done right away. And then I'm like, I'm not going to get to this tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to complete it the next day. And then I have this going on, so then I'm still not going to get it done. And then all of a sudden I'm overwhelmed, like I'm behind on work, when really I've got to get this festival prepared.
Again, I think that you're very much an overachiever, and you want everything to be the absolute best that it can be. But then some days I'm like, I think we got to like rein this in, Mrs. Coach. It's fine. It's fine. And it's a good quality that you like. We're so ambitious and want it to be just like absolutely amazing, but chip away. A little at a time.
Chip away a little bit. I mean, either you have time or you have money to get stuff done, right?
Or you
don't have either. And stuff doesn't get done.
And sometimes there's that. So.
Yes, that's what my husband tells me all the time. Well, either we have time to do this or we have money to pay somebody else to do this. So what is it?
Yeah.
And usually it's we're going to have to find time.
Yeah. But then sometimes I like worry about things and I'm like, why am I worrying? Happening in June. Like, let's focus on this week.
Let's bring it back into this week or this month or this quarter. Yeah.
And even with my kids, sometimes I feel like I push that energy off on them a little bit. Like, I was talking to Ricky the other day because like they're practicing basketball right now, but we just had volleyball sign-ups, and I know those two will overlap. Yeah. But then I was like, but like, is volleyball going to go into April? And like, how far? Because then are you going to do soccer too? Like, do we have to do soccer? Like, and I'm like, okay, I should actually get all the details before I force her to like make a decision and freak out about this. So again, rein it back. Let's make sure we make it to basketball practice.
Yeah. I also love like working backwards on things a lot because we have a goal, and this is when, so say branding is coming in May. And these 10 things need to be done. So if we work backwards to today, like what can I do today that's going to add to that progress? And so you do have, I mean, for us, like a deadline, I guess you can say, but still, things change.
The working backwards thing sparked a really funny college memory for me.
Lord.
And now I have to tell the story. So back to college days of Lynde and Tamara.
Okay, it's been a hot minute.
You came to Bozeman. I believe it was Cat Grizz weekend, which if you're not from Montana, Cat Grizz weekend is a very big deal in Montana. It's like our Super Bowl. It's a big deal. And I was living in Bozeman, and Cat Grizz was in Bozeman. And you got to town, maybe from Butte, probably, on a Friday. And again, you were like, let's plan backwards.
I've been doing this forever. It's just ingrained in me.
So if we want to go out to the bars at this time, and we got to go to dinner, and we got to do this, but we want to have this many drinks before we do all this, you were like, oh God, we should have started drinking a half hour ago.
Time management.
So we're like, oh God, we better start drinking as
soon as fans are behind. We gotta catch up. Again, you remember that.
It's just like the funniest thing. You're like, oh my God, we should have started drinking a half hour ago. I was like, of course.
See? Lord. Yeah, you don't need more time. You need clearer priorities is what you need to get stuff done.
Oh my God.
Break things down.
Know what time you gotta start the pre-party to go to the party.
To go to the actual party, to make it to the other end of the party. All those college days.
Right? You gotta learn some serious time management though.
Make it to class the next morning.
I did, however, so we're getting ready to go on this trip to Cancun, Mexico.
Yay!
And half of our group is in their 30s, and the other half is in their 20s.
Yes.
And so I was discussing with my husband. I was like, are we too old to be like going on this trip to this?
With 20-year-olds to Cancun, yeah.
And Tucker actually pointed out, he goes, you know what I think? I said, what? He's like, those 20-year-olds, they don't know how to like pace themselves. He's like, they're going to go way too hard at the beginning, and pretty soon they're going to be done for, and it's going to be me, you, and Jason. I was like, you might be right.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I can't wait to
be
hear about
We'll see how everybody fares.
Yes. That'll be fun. It'll be so fun, honestly.
Right?
I can't wait for pictures from Cancun.
We've been watching a lot of TikToks.
Yes. Based in Cancun, or what?
Or
you guys got a plan?
Or
you guys got to do a fun TikTok when you get there?
Resorts. Well, I found this one where you drink the rainbow.
Ooh.
So like your first drink's red, your next one's orange.
Oh my God.
And you work your way down the rainbow.
Yeah.
And I shared this with everyone. And yeah, Tucker was like, I will for sure throw up. One of the 20-year-olds wrote back and said, well, we have a whole week to do it. No. Like if you're doing this, you gotta
rainbow
commit.
only happens quickly. It's here and gone. That's how rainbows work.
Exactly. I didn't hear back from another 20-year-old, and then the other one in their 30s that is going says, I'm in. I was like, that's the kind of attitude.
That's the attitude that we need to bring to Cancun.
But then you have to drink the rainbow and remember to record this whole rainbow.
Yes.
Because, you know, I easily get distracted.
Yeah. I want to hear this is my first...
Pinigada.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
That's hilarious. Okay, off topic.
Back
yes,
to it. Yep.
Reeling it back in. See priorities.
I get distracted.
We
easily.
get distracted.
I think that I slightly have some undiagnosed ADHD.
Okay.
Like when I'm cleaning, I walk into one room, I start doing 7 different things. I can't remember what I started with.
It's a mom thing, I swear to God.
Maybe.
Because you're like, okay, I'm gonna go shower now. Everybody good? Everybody good? I'm gonna go shower. And then you make a pot of coffee and you make toast for your kid and then you empty out the dishwasher and then you switch over laundry to the dryer and then you're like, okay, now I'm gonna go shower.
Or like I'm really good at being like, I'm gonna warm this coffee up and I stick it in the microwave and like later that day I open it and I'm like, oh, hey, I was gonna drink more of that coffee.
Not high on my priority list.
Turns out lost interest in the coffee. I don't know.
Anyway, let's move on to we can bring in the fun segment.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got something brewing for the fun segment?
I actually have like a question for you because I saw a very, again, you know, I see these things online where people like bring up a question and then they get into this like heated debate about it.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't think it was that controversial of an issue.
Okay.
So I was watching, again, TikTok or whatever, and this lady asked her 2 friends, do you charge your phone at night? And neither of her friends did that. And they thought that she was crazy for charging her phone at night. But I was on her page. I always charge my phone at night. Like, I go to bed, I set it on the charger. It gets a nice full charge, and then you wake up in the morning, and your phone's, like, charged, just like you are, ready to go.
Your phone
Did you know
needs a
that
rest
some people
for the day.
don't do that?
My phone would not be functioning.
Like, how do you remember to ever charge
my
your
phone would be dead in the morning, and I would miss things.
Yeah, like, how do you... When they're like,
so when do they charge it?
Whenever they feel like it.
They just like keep plugging it in randomly throughout the day. No,
but isn't that
like not good for your phone? I thought you're supposed to like let it die.
The one lady said that she thought that if she charged it at night, it would overcharge it, but it puts it into that like power save thing, right?
I think so.
I'm glad you charge your phone at night because I was like, this is ridiculous.
Okay, so the other question is, do you charge your phone next to your bed, or is it like in a little nook somewhere in the kitchen or something like that?
I charge it next to my bed because it's my alarm clock. Ooh, I set alarms on my phone.
Yes.
So I charge it there.
I have an alarm clock next to my bed, but I do also charge my phone.
I have like the little dock station, so like my phone goes on, my watch also is on it, and I like switched my phone over to where the numbers are like really big, so then when I wake up in the middle of the night I can just like see the time and nothing else. Like,
I mean, I work at the hospital.
Yeah, like you have to have that,
and it better be freaking on when they call me. Like it has to be charging. Yes, you should charge your phone at nighttime. When nobody else cares.
So if you're one of the crazy people that don't charge their phone at night,
what are you thinking?
What are you doing?
Seriously.
I don't get it. I was like, when she asked the question, I was like, why are you asking that question?
Right.
Like,
everybody does it the same as we do.
Everybody does that, right?
Okay. Well, now we have to know. You guys gotta let us know. Do you charge your phone at night, or do you charge it randomly throughout the day? Like a weirdo.
Like a crazy.
Okay, so another segment. Shit my kid said this week.
I want to hear yours.
So, usually it's my youngest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a wild child. He's always on the move. He's always got something going on. Typically, he's dirty, skin up knees, has a cut somewhere. But this morning, actually, we were in the drop-off line at school. Mm-hmm. And the kids were, being kids in the back, and they were roughhousing, and arguing about literally everything. And all of a sudden, Stockton got pretty pumped up and pumped his chest up a little bit and was like, guess what, Stetson? I've got $1 in my pocket. And Stetson was like, sweet.
Cool,
dude. So he pulls this $1 out, and Cedar instantly was like, oh my God. And Stetson goes, Stockton, where did you get that? It was a $50 bill. I don't know why mine did. We still are not entirely sure. I said, where did you get this? And he said, it was in my pocket. I was like, no, I know that it was in your pocket, but like, how did it end up in your pocket?
Like, did you find it somewhere?
Yeah, was it on the ground? Did you take it out of someone's purse? Like, where did you get this $50 bill? He's like, I really don't remember. And I was like, no, you don't get to not remember. We're gonna like find out where this $50 bill came from. And he was a little terrified because I just came off so aggressive about this.
Because he was just like pumped. He was like, I got $1. I'm super excited with this money.
Yeah. Then he gets out on his little drop-off area and walks on. I was like, okay, have a good day. Love you. Bye. Closes the door. And I was like, okay, seriously, you two, where did he get a $50 bill? And Stetson was like, it's honestly pretty crisp. So I think it was like ran through the washer in his pants pocket.
But why did he previously have a $50 bill in his pocket?
We're assuming it was from Christmas. I think Grandma and Grandpa, you know, they give the kids $50 in a card for Christmas. And he must have put his in his pocket at Christmas, and he was finally wearing those pants again. But how irresponsible is his mom and dad for not taking his...
Okay, but also, isn't that like the best feeling ever? Like when you put on a pair of pants or you get out a coat, you dig in the pockets, and I get like pumped when I find $2. A $50 bill,
I know. That's what I was
about
like,
it.
Goodness.
I'm
give me that
36,
thing.
not 6. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to put that in his little piggy bank.
Good idea.
And then we're gonna, assume that that's what it was from. But he really doesn't know, and I really don't know. So another little stocky moment for us.
So shit my kids said this week. This was actually inclusive group activity.
Okay.
My kids yesterday were appalled by the lunch at school. Did you hear anything about this?
I did. Pastrami, warm pastrami. It was not...
National Pastrami Sandwich Day.
No, my kids were not on board with that.
Pastrami sandwiches. But the funniest part about it is that my kids were like, they gave it to us on this black bread. I think it was burnt.
Oh,
and I was like, they're like, it was black and it had like a swirl in it. I was like, well, that's called rye bread.
That's an actual thing. It's not burnt.
Which is like, there is a national holiday for everything. Oh, yeah. And the school lunchroom really goes along with it. But like, maybe hot pastrami sandwiches on rye bread wasn't the time to do that. Because my kids were not impressed.
Yeah, we heard all about that lunch yesterday, and then Stockton had to pack his lunch today. So he took a peanut butter and jelly sandwich just in case. He didn't even know what it was today.
Reagan tried that also. She also was going to pack a lunch.
Yeah.
And she goes, but I do not want a peanut butter and jelly. And I was like, I have nothing else at this house to feed you.
Well, then I guess you get
I guess you will
pastrami sandwich.
Today it was a pork fritter sandwich. And I don't know if that went over anything. A chance to ask them.
Well, at least they come home hungry, ready for dinner, right? They eat a good dinner.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully that happens. But yeah, they were shocked by the black bread. So rye bread, maybe not for kids.
Oh my goodness. Do you know, I have to tell you this other shit that my kids said. I'm just thinking of this.
Okay.
We were shopping for groceries and my kids go, well, what should we have for dinner? And I said, oh, we could have this, we could have that, we could have chili maybe. And they're like, what's chili?
I swear, I don't know what you guys eat at your house, but you miss out on the staples.
And I was like, what do you mean, what's chili? Like, it's like beans and meat and stuff, and you...
Don't they have chili at school, too?
I feel like they have... Yes, I feel like they do, but... Anyway, I was like, explaining it, and I was like, I don't know, I guess you're just gonna have to go to Lindy's house to eat chili, because this is where you eat all of the actual...
Yeah, Cedar
Staples.
came to have a sleepover one time. I think, was it just Cedar or were all your kids at the house?
I think it was just Cedar.
Just
but then
Cedar.
it became a whole thing for the rest of the kids.
So we were getting ready to make dinner, and Cedar was at our house, and I was like, Cedar, we're having BLTs for dinner. Do you like those? What's a BLT? I was like, excuse me? What? You guys don't eat BLTs at your house? So we fed Cedar a BLT. It blew her mind. She thought it was the best thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Now, every time I went out and ate lunch with her, she orders a BLT.
Yep, she absolutely loves BLTs, so thank you for that. Next is chili. I'll send my kids over.
One time I went to my cousin's house. I was up there for something, and I was going to make dinner. Like, I'm going to make tater tot casserole. You guys all okay with that? And Center's like, I don't think I've ever made tater tot casserole for my kids. And I was like, what?
Such an easy, staple, filling.
My kids all eat it. They all love it. Colin will yell at you if you call it tater tot casserole opposed to tater tot hot dish. He's ridiculous.
Because there is a difference? In his world, is there a tater tot casserole and a tater tot hot dish?
No, but I think when we were growing up, my family referred to tater tot casserole. What is tater tot casserole? We called hot dish.
Just plain
hot dish. And we knew that meant.
Yeah, okay.
And so now I think Colin has taken it too far.
Colin, if you're listening.
Like, if you Pinterest the recipe, the best way to find it is not to say hot dish, it's to say tater tot casserole.
Okay, duly noted.
Yeah. Anyways, just a random food topic. I don't know. And also, I think if you find things that, all your kids will actually eat,
again,
you got to repeat it.
And we got these moments like we're building businesses, we're busy, we're trying to keep everybody on task, and that means everybody needs to be healthy, energized, have a full belly.
Yeah.
And
you gotta feed them.
So sometimes that just means we put meals on repeat sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
especially some days I just can't come up with something. So tacos again?
The other day actually, the kids came home and they had tacos at lunch, and I didn't know that.
Oh, I often pick the dinner that
it's
is
always
the
Tuesday.
lunch.
That's when we're supposed to do it. So,
or I'll make
they
pizza.
They have regular tacos.
Pizza for lunch. And I'm like, well, I didn't.
Mine's different. Mine's different.
Also, are you mad about getting pizza for 2 meals? Because I don't feel like that's something you should
lucky
complain
dog.
about.
You lucky dog. You get it twice in a row.
Yeah. Priorities. Is that worth complaining about? No.
Go do your homework. Okay, so this week's challenge, back on topic, is to pick a task that directly impacts revenue or momentum and to commit to doing only that during your next nap window. If you're a busy mom, building a business, pick one task and get that thing done. So let's connect. Let us know what that task is that you guys are going to tackle this week. And also let us know if you charge your phone at nighttime or just randomly throughout the day. We want to know what that is, what that looks like for you guys.
Do you have a task picked out? Or you gotta think on it?
I am gonna have to think on it.
Okay.
I think. I'm in the middle of building a website. So
nice.
I want to get my wedding page done on the website.
Fabulous.
Because we're moving it, we're transitioning it.
Right, to this, yeah.
So that is one that is very important, and it's gotta look right, it's gotta sound right, it's gotta be on point. So that's gonna be my task, is to get that done.
Perfect.
That one. So we can get that bad boy published.
Yeah, exciting.
I know.
You'll have to share more about it when you get it all finished.
I know. It's coming. Update's coming.
Okay, cool.
All right, that's it for this week's episode, everybody. So again, if you listened in, go down, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys back next week. Have a good one.
Bye, besties.